Sorry about that, guys. Yep, we're back. Okay. Sorry about that. I have no idea what just happened. I was talking and then my computer just immediately blue screened. Like there wasn't even like a blue screen of death. There was just like a blue like screen, and then my computer just restarted. It was crazy. I have no idea why that just happened. That's crazy. Okay. So what does this show? Okay, so we were talking about this one, I think. Okay. Okay, there we go. And we're back. I have absolutely no idea what happened. That was crazy. My computer just restarted out of nowhere. I even updated it last night. That's insane. Okay, so where were we? We were on a cook fest. Someone wanted to play position control. And I'm gonna say they couldn't. They won one. They went 1-3. I think they could have gone 4-0 if they drew better. This deck cooks. I'm not gonna lie. I am probably gonna steal something like this and take it to locals. You know what? They should probably be on Tad Puffs. If they're on 3 Ascensions and the Foamies, they should be on Tad Puffs. Gosh, and the Joblin draws you cards off of the High Tide and the Tsunamis. God, this guy just cooked. This guy legitimately just cooked. Alright, next deck. 72nd place went 1-1 with Poseidon. Is this... I don't see... They're on OG Majesty. What does OG Majesty do again? It's +1 attack for each enchanting water on your field. Water enchanting Lestrals. On your field cannot be targeted by opponents' Lestral effects. With a 14-6, that's not that great. I would, if I were this guy, I would probably play New Majesty just because it feels better. Especially since you have no OG galaxies. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. You're on 3 Tsunami. If you're playing new Javalantis, you should probably be on High Tide. Just for extra Tsunamis. They're playing Starbit. And I don't know why. If you're playing Starbit, you should be on Champ Balloon. This is just kind of a... I don't know. I don't know how this deck picked up a win. Golden Fleece? What the heck? Yeah, I don't know how this deck picked up the win. Alright, next one. Waylands, my beloved. Let's go. Yo, this deck is kind of all over the place, not gonna lie. Okay, so we got the Narpoon package. 2 Narpoon, 2 each. That's odd. Okay. And like any Frost deck, you'd want to be on 3 of either Narpoon, I would think. But being on OG Waylands is so funny. They are not playing. They are playing the necklace. They are playing the necklace at the side. Let's go. This person knows. They know. That's so funny. They probably never got this off, unfortunately. Actually, no. They probably got this off in their first game in the game they won, and then never again. Let's see. Blizzard Whiteout, Champ Bremelings. I'm not sure how I feel about the Iwooly in this deck. I want to say it's been resolved. I don't know who did it, but I want to feel like someone resolved that combo. It has to have. It just has to have. Let's see. 1 of each Blizzard. That's probably correct. 2 Ice Age, probably incorrect. I'm not sure why, but I feel like it is. You're on 16 Frost and only 2 Kione, but you're on a Searcher. You're on 2 of the Searchers, so you're on 4 Kiones. I guess you could play it. It's not. It doesn't feel great, especially since Frost is like a big portion of the tournament, so you don't really want it in those situations. But I guess that's what your sideboard is for. This isn't really an Iwooly deck, so I'm not really gonna... I guess it kind of is. I don't know. This deck is, like, very unfocused. I'll say that. And that's kind of what I've been saying. Is about these, like, lower placement decks is that they're very unfocused. Like, you have the Iwooly stuff, you have the Wayland stuff, and you also have, like, some of the, like, Kione stuff, and, like, where's this Frigicup going? Where did this come from? Like, there's no real cohesive strat. Like, there's portions of it, like the Catarant finds the Iwoolies, but if you're only playing 3 Iwooly, you're never gonna find it off of your Fortels. Especially since Kione can't stack. Yeah, I feel like they just kind of wanted every Frost engine in a deck and didn't know which one to cut, unfortunately. Alright, 17th place went 1 and 4. Another water stuff deck. This sure is some slop. Oh, they got Barabas on the side. Why are they on 2 Barabas? Why are you on 2 Barabas? And 2 Bog? Why? What are you signing out for these? Alright, 1 and 1 Foamy. 1 Tratawa, 2 Tratawa, what the? Does this person know that you can play more than 1 of a title? Or more, 3 of a thing and then 3 of another thing with a title? I don't know if they do. Javalantis, no Tsunami. Is there no? There's no tsunami in this deck. They're on 2 champ Javalantis. Oh, how did they win one? How did they win? They had to have gotten Trident locked. They just had to have done the Trident lock with Starbit or something. How did this deck win a game? This deck is so bad. This deck, I'll say it, this deck is bad. This deck is so bad. 3 Champ Veritaqua. Oh my gosh, what is happening? They're on Kuribus with no Eddies and no... What are they doing? What is this deck? What is this deck? We have to imagine that some of these awful decks wins were against each... That is true. That is true. I guess there is table 500. Oh my gosh, how did this deck get a win? That's insane. Alright, let's go next. Alright, another Thunderstorm. Placement number 69. Nice. Alright, so the Electrofly searches out the Funglo. Like the from Magic. Someone. True. That is true. Someone does have to win. Okay, so I like this deck. I don't know if I liked it on the 11th. We're playing the Fish. We're also playing 3 Nog. Why we're playing? That's a theme. This is the second Thunderlist I've seen where it's on 3 Nog. 3 Chariot Ride, 3 Shield, 3 Gaze, 2 Tsunami. That's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. That's a pretty respectable counter in suite. 3 OG Thunderstorm and 2 Supercell. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess the thinking is here that if you already have Supercell up, why would you want another one? Which I can kind of understand the thinking behind that. I think the theory at the time was that Nog is good in the deck because you need, because you'll heal the spirits back. Doesn't really hold up. I guess so, yeah. I like Hurricane in this deck. 2 charged. People, yeah. Yeah, the 11th, people were like, charged has to be good. Like, we have to be able to do something with it. And, like, if you have a Bronzeglow and Supercell out, it's okay. It's like a 5 or a 6. I forget which. But it's alright. Alright, let's move on. Funglo Charged is unfortunately not a great card. Okay, so 68th place. This looks like this looks like a net deck. This is like definitely a net deck. I don't see any bad cards in this list, which is shocking for 68th place. Yeah, they got the 2 of each lock, which on the 11th I would say was probably the right ratio. 3 Champ Foamy, 3 Tadpuff, 2 of each Galaxy I think is probably right. The Fish are unfortunately not a great engine. They just like don't really do enough on their own, and they're just very easy to out. Peliquarius mandatory, Aphrodite mandatory, Atlantis, that's pretty good. The 1 Hurricane. Is this just the winning deck list from Kissimmee? This might just be the winning deck list from Kissimmee, because they were playing Joblin in the side, I want to say. think that's what this is. I think someone just net decked Kissimmee's winner and got 68th place with it. Yeah, Lamau, it literally is. The job load is a giveaway. Alright, 67th. Alright, we got a Thunder Pile, I'll say. Oh my gosh, what is this? Helios' Slumber, what are you doing? What is this doing here? What is this doing here? That's the biggest jump scare I've ever seen. Oh my god. What are you even doing with that? Gotta pay Helios's man. Oh, actually, that might actually be what happened here. They put the wrong Helios. They put the wrong Helios in the deck builder. That might be what this is, actually. Now that I think about it. But they're only on one of it. So that leads me to believe they were actually playing Helios' Slumber. Because they're on Solar Spirits. But for what? What are you possibly... Because Helios is an Alestral only, so you can't put any card on the top of your deck. Which it might actually see play if it put any card on top of your deck. But what are we doing this for? Yeah, this is a pile. We're on 3... We're on 3 Champ Pup, but we're not on 3 Amp Pup? What? What is this deck? We're on 1 Champ Titano Strike. We're on 1 OG Titano Strike. We're on 2 Thunderstorm, 3 Thunderbolt, 1 Thunderbolt. Okay, this person almost certainly does not know that you can have 3 of each name plus title. 1 Zeus's Call, 3 Plucky. Why are you playing 2 Plucky and 2 Spark and Champ? What is the reason for this? Please, please tell me. Why not just play 3 Spark and Champ? Why? What is this? Oh my gosh. The more I look at this, the more I'm like, why is this card here? Oh my gosh. They need that for defense, I guess. Oh my gosh. This is so weird. Why would they have... Why? Every card I look, I just like, why would they put this card in their deck? Alright, let's go next before I have more. I think this is also just a net deck of the winner of Kissimmee. No, they have some changes. They have a 3rd Champ Lock. They cut an Atlantis. They cut the Magnar. Oh wait, no, they didn't cut the Magnaros. Yeah, their ratios are different, but this is like almost the same one. Divine Blessing in the side. What are they afraid of? What invoke are they afraid of? Solar Burst? Maybe? I don't know. Hurricane? Okay, I can see. I can see Hurricane. Yeah, I can see Hurricane. Or Rise for Celestlio, because that kind of screws this deck. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, I see the vision now. I see the vision. Yeah, this is literally just the winner's deck with a few modifications that I don't ultimately disagree with. Yeah, I don't disagree with said changes. But, I mean, skill issue. I'm 66th with a winning deck. Alright. Another Thunder list with the correct pups. Oh my gosh. So we got Amp Up, Amp Up, Amp Up, Champ Up, Champ Up, Champ Up, 2 Spark It, 2 Zeus. They're not playing Plucky and Champ Sparket. Oh my gosh. One Zeus's Call. Around 2 like a Volt, which is correct with this ratio. Yeah, this is kind of just a good stuff deck. Or not even really, it's not even really good stuff deck. It's just kind of champ up with Thunder support. But the Thunder, the other Thunder stuff is just not that great. It can't carry a deck. Like a Volt's a good card, but it only does so much. Especially when it dies to literally every back row in existence. Alright. Solar with Winjin and Tornigen. I like this. I like this so far, from what I'm seeing. 3-2-2. I don't know how I feel about 3-2-2. I personally would go 3-1-1. And then just play 2 copies of First Light. But that's just me. 3 Apollo, 2 Glimbat. How many? We're on 1 Stadium. We should be on 2. If you're playing Nova Core, you should be playing 3 Nova Core. We're on the 3 Solar Burst. 3 Tornigen, 3 Winjin. Yeah, this makes sense. I would say this deck makes sense. Yeah, this deck just kind of makes sense. They got to win with it, so, I mean, it obviously has some theory behind it that works. So, yeah. Alright, next deck. Ooh, our first Morphrost deck. With Shiveror? OG Shiveror? Let's go. Shiveror Frost. Say that 4 times fast. Alright, so we get the 3 Chimera Form, 3 Lycan, 2 Scorpio, 2 Bat, and then 1 A-Bomb. And that's it for our Morphrosts. I think that's a pretty decent Morphrost package. I think the package now is, it's like, what? 3 Chimera, 3 Lycan, 1 Scorpio, 3 Bat, and then if you're on it, either an A-Bomb or a Terror. But we got Frigicubs and a Shiveror. Honestly, you can cut the Shiveror. You're only playing it at 1, and it's unsearchable, so you're never finding it. So I see the vision. Actually, I don't. I'm gonna be a little real right now. The current iteration of Morphrost is something I have not looked into very extensively. Yeah, current Morphrost is something I haven't looked into very extensively. So I'm not entirely sure what the deck does. I know it just draws a lot with Chimera Form and just summons stuff back. But beyond that, I'm not entirely sure what the deck does, or if it does more than that. So I'm not sure. I don't like Ice Age. So here's my thing. My personal thing is I hate 1-ofs. If you're playing a card, it should be either at 2 or at 3. If you're playing a 1-of, it's because it's limited. And it's too good not to play. Like, resting on your laurels is too good not to play. What else in here? Boreas is searchable, so it's understandable. But something like Ice Age, where it's an unsearchable 1-of, kill it. Get rid of it. You're not playing it. You're never gonna find it, and even when you do find it, you're never gonna need it. It's not Dark Hole. It is mutually assured destruction. Yeah, I don't like Ice Age at 1. Either play it at 2 or at 3. Don't play it at 1. You'll never see it. They have the second one in the side. Yeah, you should either put 2 in the side or 2 in the main. Don't split it. 20 Frost Spirits, actually. Yeah, no, they don't need... Yeah, I see, okay. So, yeah. 63rd, 1 and 3. I mean, this deck probably did something at some point. Alright. Another Lotagon deck. This one on Poison Nectar in the main. Interesting. Yeah, this is pretty standard, actually. Minus the Hopperoo. Hopperoo is a very experimental card. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think I like it. Ever since I saw it win a premiere, I'm like, it can't be that bad if it won. It's kind of like better Astrabbit, because instead of defense, it's offense, and it's a draw, essentially. Especially in this deck, because, like, over half your cards are Earths. And then you can just... It's essentially a draw, too, kind of. Oh. Kind of, because, you just... you just draw one, the one you want, and then stack the one you want to draw for turn. So it's kind of a draw, too. Gambit in the side. Okay. this person is kind of trolling. I wonder if they ever brought these in. Alright, let's go next. Alright, we got our first Hermes deck. Okay, so this person is correct on playing the Aviolith. 2 carry off, I think is pretty standard. 2 carry on, I'd be on 3. Personally, 3 Spinosect, 3 Spine-Nymph, Viscerus. Astrabbit's gotta go. Gotta go. Can't be playing that in the big 2-5, unfortunately. About to be the big 2-6. The Madness I like. You're on Earth Spirits anyway. Divine Healing, that sure is a choice. That is a choice that you can be playing. I kind of actually like Divine Healing in Hermes, even with Aviolith champ, because instead of... because a lot of the times with Aviolith, you want to split the 4 spirits you send to either your Hermes, to like, you want to put 2 on your Hermes, and then heal the other 2, because you're like super low, because this deck is expensive as hell. And that's something you can't do with Aviolith champ. So the Divine Healing allows you to put the winds back onto your Hermes, and then your Hermes can dump and then heal, which is nice, because like you can use the last spirit on a Hermes for the Divine Healing, and you still get the 3 on, and you still get the effect. So I think this deck is just such a high skill floor that I think the person piloting this just kind of got lost in the sauce. They're playing the 3rd Divine Healing in the side. Yo, is that OG carry off? Let's go. That's my boy right there. I love that man. All right, 60th. This looks like an exact replica of Doom's List. Actually, this might be Doom's List. Now that I think about it. The only Lifestream cards are Shattered Stars. Yeah, I think this might be Doom's List. This might be Doom's. Yeah, I think this is Doom's. Alright, next. Ooh, what was that? 59th. Went 1 and 4 with Antitan. This is a pretty standard Antitan. What the heck? What happened to that Gorgon's Gaze? What the... I don't know what the heck's going on there. Okay. That's weird. Oh, it doesn't show up in there. Okay. That's weird. The... Like... For the Earthquake, half of the card, like, vertically, half the card is Earthquake, and the other half is Gorgon's Gaze, and it's... I don't know why. That's so weird. Oh, this person's on the Limbat on the side for the like a Volt tech. That's cute. That's cute. But yeah, this is a pretty bog standard and Titan list. Actually, wait, they're playing Tunic and no. They're playing Tunic and no Wasp Ivy. That's interesting. I guess this is like no Poison Tunic. It's just not worth it. It's just like not spirit efficient. If anything, it's worse Artemis Arrow PTA. Okay, yeah. Tube Madness, you should be on 3. I guess you don't have to. 1 Dense Fog, There are a couple things in here that I would change, but for the most part, it's okay. Alright, 58th. This is a pretty standard list. Eruption in the side? What the fuck? Lavalith in the... This person put Lavalith in the main, and they actually won a game. Whoever that other person was that put their Lavalith on the side, look at this person. They won a game. And they had their Lavalith in the main, and I'm sure it helped them. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, this is pretty standard. Lotagon deck. 1 of each. Yeah, that's pretty standard. 2 Hopperoo. Only 2 Drataya? But how are you searching it? Because the 2, you're never finding it. Wait, and I just realized they're playing Wasp Ivy, but no OG Cyanectar. That's odd. I guess you just hard ascend and you just... I guess that's why they... that's where the 4 losses came from. Okay, yeah, that's an interesting deck build for sure. I just noticed the Rise from the Ashes in the main. What are you rising? The Lotagons? That's so expensive. I don't know if I yeah, I don't know about that one. Oh, here we go. This one's probably Ari. It might not be Ari. I'm sorry, Ari, if this isn't you. Alright, let's see here. Pent best deck, let's go. Galax Air as a 1-of. Cut it. Just cut it. Either have faith that it's a good card or cut it. It's one or the other. Just either cut it or put it to 3. So we got the 3/1/1. Oh, this is Champ. Champ Sorlet. This is Pent Pigs. I actually see the only Lifestream card in here is Dionysus Madness. I think that's true. Yeah, that's the only Lifestream card in here. What? Hold up. Dragging? Where did you come from? Where did you come from in my Pentaher deck? You are neither wind, you are wind. Like, that's all this deck plays is wind. What the heck? The Doppelganger Nabi. Nabi I expected. Wait a second. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 of this person's side deck slots go to spirits. That's insane. I guess they were like, pigs are kind of off, but I believe in them still. There's no way you couldn't find some space for this in the main. You did not need to be on 3 Zaptor for 3 Astrabbit. You could have cut that down to 2. Or on 5 Earths. That's fair. 3 Waters. You did not need to be on... you could have been on 2 Waters. 1 for Hurricane, 1 for Galaxy. Yeah, you... That's insane taking 5 side deck slots for spirits. Ooh, our first Krakatuga list at 56th place. They got 2 wins. Alright. So we got 2 of each galaxy. 3 eruption, yeah, that makes sense. 1 Hephaestus, yeah, that makes sense. Only 1 OG Krakatuga, so they're playing 1 and 1 of Krak. I'm not sure I'm not a believer in Champ Krakatuga. It just like doesn't work for me. Cause like you put a artifact on it, and like yeah, it swaps its stats, but like most of the good like 1-drop artifacts give you attack, and then when you give attack, it doesn't go to its attack, it goes to its defense. So I guess that's what Necklace is for, which is in element and gives like I think it's +3 defense, which makes it a 11, which is all right. Oh, it can't be destroyed, that's right, or bounced. Maybe this is better than I thought it was. I'm willing to say this might be better than I thought it was. Volcari? OG Volcaries. We are not on that many artifacts and or divines to be putting that here. Also, we are on okay, we're on 4 artifacts for the Smoltuga champ, which is fine, because we're also on the 3 Volcaries, so we can search the Hephaestus. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I like this deck. This probably isn't too far off to the one that got, like, I think it was 8th place at a premiere, the next one. So this person was cooking. Okay, this is another Celestlio deck. What is it with everyone playing 2 Novacore? Play 3. Like, this card is so good. You play 3 of it. Oh, they're also on the Winjin stuff. They might have cut it for that. But even still, you shouldn't do that. Saltus. I'm pretty sure we've seen this exact list already. 2 Kaufman on the side. Helios' Slumber! There it is again! And they have Chariot Ride too, so it's not a mistake. They put it here. They put it here on purpose. I guess you play. At that point, just play the first light, because you can search that. You can add that to your hand off the Nebulio. So play the first light. Why are you playing Slumber? Oh my gosh. All right, next deck. Another Krakatuga deck. Okay, this one is more in on the burn stuff. With Pen Terror? We're playing Pen Terror in burn? Why do we... Oh, okay, I see. We're only playing 3 because we only need 3. We're not probably checking the Pen Terror. Voloi Forest Burning Woods in my burn deck. Actually, they're on Wind and Fire, and they're not playing Sirocco. They probably didn't know what that card is, to be fair. Going 2-5. So they played all 7 rounds. Okay. Good for them. Playing through all 7. I salute you. Okay. So yeah, this deck is kind of good. They are on 369 counter runes. That's way too little. Yeah, you need to be on at least 10. Yeah, they had nowhere near enough counter runes. Moose Station? You could have cut this one. Come on, man. That's just troll. Okay. Okay, no, this one's next. Alright, we have Penterra Fish. Oh, wait, no, this one's just attack city. Interesting. Okay. So we have Hydrake, Nabi, and Galaxy all in the same deck. Galaxy Champion, I should say. This is interesting. Why are we playing Poison Nectar in the side? This card is awful. Why are we playing it? I guess for Aepharos? Like OG base set Aepharos? But like, who's playing that and why are you playing that? I guess it is searchable because they're playing Champ Nectar. But even still. And then we're on Rise from the Shadows in this deck too? I guess we're Rising the Pentair. This deck is all over the place. This deck is all over the place. It does not have any cohesive vision. I see the vision with the Hydrake, the Nabi, and the Galaxy, but like the Spectres, the Cynectar, and the Aepharoses, they don't jive with that vision very much. This is an interesting deck for sure. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I guess that's fine. Alright, next. Another Celestia Tornadian list. I think this is like almost the exact same as every other list we've seen so far today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. This one's got Dratora and Glimbat! Yeah, this one's like almost the exact same. Alright, we have our first Moose deck that wasn't last place. That actually got a win. Let's see here. So we have 3 Artemis, 3 Fawnlet, 3 Comalis. Okay, that's pretty standard. 1 OG Moose. Okay. I'm pretty sure modern Moose lists play 1 of each. Which they are doing. So we got Ambrosia. Not sure how I feel about this 3. You could probably have this at 2. 3 Gaze, Nabi, Doppelgator. 3 Werepup, 2 Deadshot, 2 Lunar Eclipse. Yeah, this makes sense. If you're going to play this as Thunderstorm, playing it at 2 makes sense. Champ Moose, 3 Rise in the Shadows, 2 Champ Spec, 1 Champ Theraheart. I don't know how I feel about this. I guess you're playing the Deadshot and the Rise, so it makes sense. But also as an actually, no, it is searchable through the Fawnlet, never mind. I guess you have the Rises and the Champ Specs to help ascend into it, so that's probably why you went 2-2. Argo, 3 Argo, 2 Necklace. Who plays 2 Necklace? I guess if you're... Yeah, I guess if... And then the 1 Porky Wraith. What the heck? Alright, I actually don't know what Porky Wraith does. I have to look this up. When this Porky Wraith enters battle with an Celestial, you can give that -2 for each Lunar enchanting this Porky Wraith until the next turn. So this can beat over a 3 or lower. And survive. And it can trade with a 4 or lower. How are we getting more spirits on this without Full Moon? Oh, we're on neck with it. Cryptoris! We're on Cryptoris in the side! I need to know if this won that many games. That's insane. 2 Toxiri and 3 Dense Fog. I don't know why we're on that. Why are we on Earthquake in the side? Play Earthquake in the main. Like, there's no reason. If you're gonna put the spirits in your spirit deck, you should play it in the main. Like, we could have cut the Porky Wraith for that. We could have cut the... what could we have cut? We could have cut the second necklace. Yeah, there's definitely something we could have cut to put Earthquake in the main. But yeah, Comalis search Moose. Or Comalis search Comalis, and then if it survives, search Moose. I think, yeah. I don't... They must have gotten it out at some point because they won two matches. This one is also a moose deck, but it's playing Gambit. Actually, wait. Was this one on? Wait. I just noticed we're on 3 Werepup, but we're not playing Like a Void. I just noticed that actually. What the heck? No, Were Void. Not Werepup, Were Void. That's so funny. All right, this person is playing 3 Werepup and a Like a Void. We're on 3 spec, 2 Gambit. That's fine. At the 11th, if you play Gambit, I don't. If you played Gambit on the 11th, I don't blame you for that. That's it, someone had to try it out. You know, it got heads at least once. All right, we're playing one of each moose. I got the 1 Theraheart. No champ specs in this list though, so ascending it is harder. But we are on 3 lunar counter runes, 4 lunar counter runes to search. So that's pretty good. Okay, I'm liking this. Let's see. We got the 3 Nobby, the 1 Doppelgator on the side, the Temples, the Spoiled Fruits, the other Dense Fogs. People really were scared of Lycavolt. I've seen a fair few amount of Glimbats. Glimbats in the side for people to counter Lycavolt hand rip. Okay, this one's a pretty standard moose list. Unfortunately, Lunar just like doesn't have the sauce. Getting to a 3-drop is just so incredibly difficult to do efficiently. And it's just like not, yeah, it's just incredibly difficult to do efficiently. So unless you have like a middle ascension that like immediately gets you into it, something like Nova Dial or I don't know, Psygentric. And even then, it's if you get Gaze on that, it's just kind of like GG's. Yeah. Because Lunar has some good cards. Like Spectrus is like one of the best cards of this format. Like a Void is really good. Kaufmel's okay. I like the Kaufmel. That's kind of heads up. All right, 49th. This is another Winjin, Tornagin, Celestia list with P-Gust in the side. Interesting. Wait, they put Solar Burst on the side. Why would you put the best card in the deck on the side? Why? We got Novacore at 3 though, so I gotta give you props for that. Only person so far who's put Novacore at 3. And 2 Temple of the Sun, thank God. 3 Glimbat. Okay, this person was like all in on the Novacores. Good, you should be. Alright. They went 2-3, so they must be doing something right. Alright, 48th. Went 2-3 with Aphrodite. We got 2 of each lock. Only 2 Aphrodite. That's kind of brave. 2 Magnetic Force Field in the side. That's a choice. I guess, like, yeah. People knew Burn was going to be a thing. They didn't know how prevalent it was going to be, so I understand dedicating 2 cards in your side deck to it. That's fair. That is very fair. I very much agree with that. I mean, even now, I would, if you're running Thunders, I would probably run the Force Fields in the side, just because like it is a good card. against burn, and if you get paired against it, which you could, there's definitely going to be more than one or more people playing burn in the next tournament, the next premiere. But yeah, otherwise this is a pretty standard list. The Ash Rabbits are not standard, but I think this was someone who's just like, oh yeah, Ash Rabbit's a good card, let's throw that in there. I didn't really think about it, because that thing's only 2 Tad buff. That is wrong. But this person probably figured that out as they were playing. They're like, man, I really wish I had Tad Puff. 2 Fire, Water, Earth, Burn last premiere. Fucked up. Yeah. Burn is something that exists, and you have to, like, you have to know it exists, and you have to dedicate side space to it, unfortunately. Either, like, the 1 Fire Spirit, just so you can enchant it to your field, or the Magnetic Force Fields if you're on Thunders. Alright, next up we got 47th, went 2-2. We got our first Blizztrix list that's on Iwooly and Catarant. Okay. Well, I mean, if you're on Iwooly, you're on Catarant, but it's on Blizztrix and Iwooly. This might be a copy-paste of Kier's list from Kissimmee. I'm not exactly sure. Actually, it's probably not, because there's only 1 Tad flow. But otherwise, this list looks pretty solid. Oh, Cedarsaur. I don't know about Cedarsaur. It's, I guess you can hit it off the Catarant and the Snowlet, so it's not bad. But I guess it can stay. I'm also cooking something with Cedarsaur that I'm going to bring to my locals tomorrow. It's going to be sick. Let's just say I'm actually going to use the effect. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is a standard list, but this is definitely a standard list that someone was like, I can make some pretty decent changes to for my own tastes. And they went 2-2 with it. Yeah, you don't want to know what's going on with my Cedarsaur. Alright, let's go next. Okay, we got another Aphrodite list, playing Chautauqua, 3 Tadpuff, 2 Peliquarius Champ. Oh, and it's on Artillery! Let's go! I love Artillery! We're on Hurricane, Rise, Gorgon's Gaze, PT, Monsoon. We're on Monsoon. I don't know why we're on Monsoon. In this deck specifically. Are we on Galaxy Champ? I guess the Monsoon could, like, put another water in the underworld for the Locagon. Oh no, we could enchant the Chautauqua to heal to. Only 1 regular foamy? I don't know. Why would you play that? Actually, wait, we're not on Champ Foamy. Oh wait, no, we are on Champ Foamy. Never mind, we are. I just missed it. Never mind. We're on Champ Foamy. We're playing the good cards. We're playing the good cards. Champ Galaxy's on the side. Waylance is on the side. They have the Argo necklace package in the side. Let's go. This person was cooking. Well, kind of. This person took a like a factor meal and added some spices to it, pretty much. Put some lemon pepper on a factor meal. Oh my gosh, what is this deck? Hand Rip Burn Turbo? What the? Oh my gosh. They went 3-4 with it. So it has to have some sauce. So we got the Cyprong, the Dionysus, the only one Madness. Interesting. But we're on 3 Thyrsus? This person did just want to make people upset. 45th place at October 11th. Who hurt you? And what did they do? Oh my gosh. And they're not even playing Eruption for the Krakatuga. They're just playing it for the burn. Wait a second. They're only on 3 Fire Spirits. They can only use Krakatuga once. What the heck is this? What is this? I guess they're on the 3 Poison Nectar, so that's more burn. So let's see, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So if you use all of your burn cards, you will burn 9 spirits. I guess that's half their life, which isn't nothing. Oh wait, the Tunic also burns an additional 2, which brings it up to 11, which is over half. But that's if you see all the cards. Oh, I get it. We're on the 3 Thyrsus for the Smoltuga reveal. That's why we're on the 3. Okay, I see it now. And then the Arcolith just to steal games. That's fucked. That's fucked. Hurt people, and that's what this deck should be called. Alright. Our first Rumantis that we've seen. Pretty standard Drataya list, fruit deck otherwise. People really love Sippy Cup Nog. Not sure why. We're on 3 Sandstorm in the side. Why are we on 3 Sandstorm in the side? I could not tell you. That person probably thought that card was better than it is. But yeah. I like the Rumantis. Ambrosia Cornucopia. Interesting. We're on 5 Ambrose. Oh, we're actually trying to use Lotagon Pop Effect. I see. Interesting. Alright, next. We got another burn list. Okay, we got the 3 Smoltuga, the 1 Kinley, and the 3. This is a pretty standard burn list, all things considered. We got the 2 Reforge. Okay, this is pretty standard. Only 2 Eruption though. Not playing the 3rd in the side. 3 OG Veritaqua in the side. Why? We're not on Tsunami. Why would we play that? I mean, we're in defense a lot. I don't know what other deck is going to be in defense a lot. I guess that's why it's in the side and not the main. We're on Golden Fleece. That's an interesting card. It's an interesting card to play. Alright, I see the vision. Went 3-4, so it didn't do too bad. Alright. 42nd. We got another Thunder list. I will say out of the Thunder lists we've seen so far, this one's pretty standard. The amp up ratios are a little funky. They're only on 3 amp up total, 2 regular, 1 champ. And then they're on the pretty standard 3 Funglo, 2 charge, 2 Brazo. 2 of each Thunderstorm. Yeah, that's okay. 3 Titanostrike, champ, 1 Arcolith, 2 Electrifly. What is happening in the side here? Too much. Too much is happening in the side here. The OG Bronzeglow. Okay, so I actually kind of like OG Bronzeglow. Like, suppress your whole opponent's field. I actually played this, played a Bronzeglow deck in Firestorm format. And the suppression actually came up against the Hydrake. It's funny enough. I was like, I'm just gonna suppress that, and you can't get your thing out. But the one shield, one chariot ride, the dense fogs, I see the vision, but it's not right. Especially in this deck, because you're pumping your guys up by a lot, so you don't want OG attacks to go through, mostly because like your guys are big enough already. No, MG1, the stream was not over. I had just unfortunately, let me post my link again. For some reason my computer just decided to like restart in the middle of stream. So I had to come back up. Let me post the link again in the chat. Okay. Yeah, this is still October 11th. So we're on 42nd place. I'm probably gonna do like the rest of this one and then like do the next tournament tomorrow morning. Maybe we'll get through 2 tomorrow morning, I'm not sure. It just depends. Let's see here. I think I talked about this deck enough. Yeah. 2 Electrifly. Electrify is just not good, unfortunately. 1/1 is such a horrible stat line, and if it gets gazed, you literally lose your normal for nothing, and it just feels awful. 2 Nog, that's fine. I feel like Nog is one of those cards now that you can kind of just like, if you have a free rune slot, it doesn't hurt to put it in. It's like, I got nothing else I really want to put in here. Let me put in the Nogs. I feel like it's good enough for that. All right, we got Hermes. Hermes with Findus and Boofin. You straight boofing it up in here. Why is this in here? Why is this Exalted Champ in here? This card is not good. Do not play this. It's not good. Oh, it's in the main too. No. Why would you do this? If you needed a guy on board, I mean, I guess it is a 6 of Hermes and the whole deck revolves around Hermes, but like even still, man, it's just not that great. But yeah, Findus to send over Carry On. I don't know who discovered that play, but that play is brilliant. Hold on 1 second. All right, we're back. All right. T-Spinosect. The T-Spinosect's fine. You really only need 2, especially if you're gonna play the Haboofin stuff. The one resting I like. Tornado on the side is very heads up. I like this. Yeah, I think I like this deck. The 2 Island of Aeolia, I don't know if I'd play this. There's just other cards that you could be playing more back row. There's like what, the 3 Gaze, 3 Shield, 3 Madness, that's 9. 10 back row. Hermes is Trickery is not a real back row, unfortunately. It does not count. It is a flex rune, unfortunately. So you could be playing more back row instead of the island. But otherwise, I kind of like this deck. Minus the Exalters. Another Lotagon list. With Thunderstorm. Not sure why they're on Thunderstorm. Probably to get rid of other Divines, if I had to guess. Playing Rise from the Ashes for Lotagon, which does not feel great, especially since you're not milling it. Spectress is a good card. I mean, they went 3-4, so it had to have done something for them. Yo, why is Arcolith in our side? Why is Arcolith in our side? I just noticed that. Boombat, heads up. Boombat's good. But Arcolith, that's on our side for some reason. Okay. I guess if you're staring down two Lockagons, you can just, like, put that out there and get over one of them for like 3 damage. But then the other one is most likely getting over you. Or they have back row to protect. Or they have Soulmate set, and it didn't matter anyway. Oh my gosh, you Arcolith. Arcolith for all 5 spirits. Get 3 over on the Champ Locagon. Run over it for 3 damage. They Soulmates, heal, pop your Arcolith, and then they just swing for game on the next turn. Oh my god, that would feel so bad. That would feel so bad. Alright, next deck. Alright, we got 3 Aphoros, 3 Aphoros, 3... Oof. We're all in on the fish. Whoa, Aphrodite Burn? We got the 3 Eruptions and the Kinleo and the Krakatuga. We're on 6 Fire Spirits, so we can do that for quite a few times, actually. Okay, okay. This guy's cooking. I'm gonna say this guy's cooking. 3-3? This guy's definitely cooking. 39th place, 3-3. Yeah, no, this guy's definitely cooking. I don't think we go all in on the fish. I think that's where his problem was. Is where they went all in on the fish. But yeah, I like this. I like this. No Waylance in the side. Unfortunate. We're on Cryoblast, but not Waylance? What the heck? Alright, next deck. Alright, we have... Titanus and Titan. We're on 2 Ardbud, 1 Varum, and Titan in the side, along with the 3rd Night Venoms in the side. So this is a Dense Fog list. Straight up. We're just hoping to see Night Venom. Wait, are we playing Ardbud as a way to get to Night Venom? Ew. Ew, I don't like that. Ew, that's stinky. Because Ardvarum is the only card in the game that kind of searches Night Venom, unfortunately. So we're playing it just as... Ew. That's gross. That's gross. Otherwise we have Theraheart Control. I guess if you play enough 2-drops in your deck, you'll draw one eventually. We're only on 2 Nabi? Why aren't we on 3? I guess they couldn't decide what else to cut. You should have cut a Tuxiri to play another Nabi. That's an actual game plan, unlike Toxiri, which is just a thing that exists on the board. The one thing that is kind of cool about Toxiri is that if you rise it, you get to search again. So you get to search another counter rune for next turn, which is nice. But that's the only thing. Only one Cynector champ. I guess their thought was it's searchable off Ardbud, but you're only playing 2 Ardbud. Interesting. This guy was... I hesitate to say this guy was cooking, but he did get 38th place, so... Who am I to judge? Oh, this is 30... what did they get? Ooh. Okay, I don't know what this person got, unfortunately. Oh, this might be Dooms. Yeah, this might be Dooms. Yeah, I think this one might be Dooms. Because there's no Lifestream cards assigned from Champ Bubloon. This is 30... 38th. This is 37th place. I don't know what their record is. It's covered up, and I can't change it while it's in slideshow mode. It has the ratio that he said earlier, so I'm gonna say this is Dooms, because there's not a single Lifestream card in here besides Bubloon, and that one that was in Shattered Stars. So, all right, next one. All right, a real Wasp Ivy list with one of each Wasp Ivy, and we're playing Drataya as well. Interesting. Okay. 2 Poison Nectar, but we're only on 2 Dionysus. I don't love that. It can be a dead draw, but I guess we're on the 3 Cyprong, so it's fine. They're on the 3 Viscerus. Viscerus is just unfortunately, like, I think it's too slow. I think, unfortunately, Viscerus is just a little too slow this format. Because, yeah, it's a 5 on cast, and it gets over something, and it gets another card on the field. But it's a 2, and if you want it to be, like, a good card, you have to use the Madness on the defense Viscerus to make it go into attack. But having 2 6s on board isn't really that great. Especially when Dense Fog is running around everywhere. But the Wasp Ivy, though, kind of goes hard. I don't know. I kind of like Wasp Ivy this format, especially since, like, a lot of people are just relying on their back row. So, like, Wasp Ivy can get over pretty much any Locagon, which is nice, as long as your Cynector doesn't get eaten. And if you do, like, a Poison Tunic... Okay, so they're running 2 of each PTA, which is good, because you can PTA on either turn. Say, like, they gaze your Cynector when you Artemis Arrow. They'll cast something... That is true. Frost being popular sucks, but Frost is popular, Pepper, but I don't think Cryoblast is that popular. Because, like, we've seen it in a couple decks, but it hasn't really been anywhere. But yeah, I like this. What? Wasp Ivy Champion is definitely underexplored. I want to see someone cook with this. It's double damage. It sounds too tempting. Alright, another 35th. We got another Locagon list. This one's pretty standard. It's running the Fish, the Hurricane, the Rise, Helios's Chariot Ride. Yeah, this one's pretty standard. Okay, I say Cryoblast isn't that prevalent, and then this person's running Cryoblast on their side. Okay, the Joblet on the side means that this person net decked this from the Kissimmee event. Another Thunder list. Yeah, Ampup, Champup. Not using old like a Volt, but using Champ Volt. Interesting. They don't even have it in their side. I mean, they went positive with it, so it's gotta be good. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be good, but it does have to be, well, it's passable. This is a pretty standard list. I guess Rabbit really does just find a way. This might have been the last time it found a way, though. Yeah, this is a pretty standard list for like a Volt, I would say. The Champ Volt, I don't know how I feel about it. Anything that's 5 or lower and you have Zeus out just kind of dying feels good. And also -5 gets you kind of over anything with, let's see, 7 + 5, what is that? 12? Yeah, 12 kind of just does get over anything. So, and then Arcolith, no one's prepared for Arcolith ever in the history of time. They could see it in your hand and they still wouldn't be prepared for it. And the Mount Olympus too, bringing it up to a 9. We are on the Magneros. Okay. Okay. I like this. I like this list. Alright, 33rd. Another Dionysus list. Oh! Oh, so this is the first zombie fruit that we've seen. There's the Pharaohgeist right there and the Rise from the Shadows. This is interesting. I didn't know people were playing this on the 11th. I thought this was a more recent. So much Earth. Yeah, Earth is like the most popular deck for like this tournament and the next tournament. The most recent one is where it actually started to fall off. Yeah, I didn't know people were on this early. I thought this was a more recent invention. It was my round 1 and my round 2 loss. Pharaohgeist just kind of does it, not gonna lie. But yeah, this one cooks. This one was a cook for sure. Somebody cooked here. I literally faced the 2 people who brought it back to back. That's really funny. Sometimes the Play Network does this. No, this isn't Kissimmee. This is October 11th. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. I like this one. Still has Rise from the Ashes, so you can Pharaohgeist, Rise the Pharaohgeist. I don't know how you're getting into the Underworld, though. Alright. A positive and Titan list. Let's go. We're running the classic 3-1-1, 3 Cynector, only 2 Cyprong and 1 Dionysus. But we're running 3 Madness? Interesting, interesting, interesting. We're running the Drataya stuff in the side along with a second Dionysus? That's odd. I guess this person just wanted modes. Like if the In Titan stuff just like wasn't working, you could switch into Drataya. And then just play like a normal Lotagon list instead of Van Titan. I don't know what that gets you, though. Like, yeah, your opponent is expecting the Ardbud. Interesting. Huh. Another positive and Titan list. Let's go. And Titan represent. Let's go. 3-on-1, Artemis, Spectrus, Comal, Pharaohgeist? No Rise from the Shadows, though. We're playing Moose in the side? What is this? What is this list? What is the sideboard, actually? The Moose, the Leica Void... The third Spectrus randomly is in the side. I like this list. I like this. The Pharaohgeist is a nice touch. I guess, no, because they're not playing Rise. So where are you getting these 2 Lunar Spirits from? I guess if you just have a Lunar guy on field instead of your Ardbud stuff? We love playing Boss Monsters 2 sets after release. So true. I really don't understand where this Pharaohgeist comes in. I guess if you have like any Lunar Elestral on field, which isn't many of them. It's literally only Nabi and Spectrus. I guess Kamalis too. Oh, Kamalis searches the Pharaohgeist as well, also. Interesting. And you can play Moose instead of Pharaohgeist. I'd personally put Champ Moose here instead of regular Moose, but that's just me. Alright. Yo, positive Send Harbor list? Let's go. I didn't think these existed. Phosphocell next set. Let's go. Let's go, Phosphocell. 4 formats later, is it's time. Which is crazy because I thought Solar Charge would actually like propel Phosphocell like into like rogue at least playability, but I guess it just did not. Alright, so this got 30th, and it's a Scent Harbor list. I don't think I've played a Scent Harbor list in a tournament yet, so I really wanted to. I was gonna play a list like this at Kissimmee, but I just like last minute was like, man, this deck just does not do enough. And last minute I switched to Iwooly, and I went I think it was a 1/3 drop. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. In Kissimmee, and I was like, yeah. You can switch cards at 2 a.m., but never switch your whole deck at 2 a.m. Let's see here. We got 3 Jataya, 2 Lotagon. We got the 3 Viscerus, 3 Sprouter, 3 Cyprong. Only 2 Champ Cyanectar. I guess you're not playing the... Oh, you're not playing... Oh, okay, you are playing PTAs, so you don't really want that. Okay. And you're playing the 3rd in the side. Okay, this one's pretty neat. I like this list. I love Scent Harbor. Not as much as Helen does, but I love Scent Harbor. Alright, this one might be Y Rebellion. This looks like their list. I could be wrong about that, though. Switching deck cutoff is an hour before the event. That's only for online tournaments. It's only for onlines. Because, like, at, like, 1 a.m., I was, like, sleeving a side deck and, like, finding bulk through my card in the cards that I brought to the event. And it's just like, oh, God, do I have a spoiled fruit? Oh, gosh, I need a 3rd spoiled fruit. Please tell me I have it. And then I looked in, and then I was like, wait, I got some Kione starters. There's some in there, please. this list is pretty... Oh, wait, no, this is not White Rebellion's list. Because this runs Dionysus as a one-of. I guess they were thinking you could run Cyprong as a removal engine, which isn't wrong. It's just not good. Because if you get gazed on it, you're left with a 4/4 on field that doesn't really do anything. So yeah, other than that, I like this list. Alright. First positive Gambit record, let's go. This person was hitting Gambit. Alright, one of Night Venom in the side, cut it. Just cut it. It's a one of. It's an unsearchable one of, just cut it. Just cut it. Other than that, this is a pretty nice list. I like this. I like this list. It's just a bunch of bugs, some pups, and a spectral Egyptian boy. They took the Gambit. Chat, you're so funny. What would I do without you? Alright, 27th. Alright, this is a... Yeah, as we get into, like, this, between now and, like, probably 16th place, these lists are going to become a lot more standard with, like, 1 or 2 cards missing, or change between the two of them. So, Fun Glow, the Bronze Glows, the Leica Volts. I think this person just kind of got lucky on their draws and, like, what they drew to go to positive. And the Volt Tempest in the side. What is that? I wonder if they got that off on someone. Finally, we have removed charged. Yeah, yeah. That's the thing, is when we get rid of charged, it actually does well. All right, this one, another Earth list. Oh, Zombie Fruit, another Zombie Fruit. Went 4/3, got 26th. Okay, yeah. This one pretty standard. Minus the Hopperoo. I mean, they got through with Hopperoo. Tectorus on the side. Let's go. I don't know why we're playing this without Foley Forest. I guess Thyrsus. Let's see. It's 3 plus 2 plus 1 for each plus another 2 plus 4. 7. 7 attacker with Thyrsus is pretty decent. And then if you have Dionysus on the field, it's higher. Volt side is a classic fuck it move. I did it too in Thinner Aggro. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is another Zombie Fruit list. Alright, 25th. Our second Blizztrix list. This is the second one I remember. So we got the Blizz, we got the Morlith. People keep saying that this card is bad. Especially in the Catarant version, because you don't really want... You only want to mill the stuff you want to mill. You don't want to mill anything else. And Morlith kind of only mills everything else. Every now and again you'll hit a Cedar Soar. But that's really the only thing you can mill off of Morlith that actually matters. Because if you're milling off of Morlith, most likely you don't have a Catarant or a Snowlid on field. And even if you did have a Catarant on field, you were sending the Iwoolly with the Morlith, not the Catarant, so you don't get the Ascend. So that's why a lot of people are just cutting this. Honestly, probably next set this could come back. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty standard list. The 1 in Frostrix, the 3 Tad Flows. 2 Iwoolly in the side. Morlith only worth it with Rise legal? Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true. Let's see. We got Aetheros, Magnaros. We're going all in on the fish, baby. Fish City. Call it Japan, because we be fishing. Or I guess China. Call it China, because we be fishing. You got the Lokagons. Only 2 champ foamy? That's insane. I guess this person was like, well, I mean, they went 4-3, so they had to have known that it was a good card. I mean, maybe they were like, man, I really wish I had the 3rd champ foamy. Because I got 2 Eddies, 2 Cryoblasts. So really only the water decks are on Cryoblast. Interesting. We're on Argo for Necklace and Necklace? Okay, I see it. Yeah, I see the vision here. It's pretty standard. 2 Astrabbit. Another Lotagon list. This is a Zombie Fruit list. Zombie Fruit without the zombie? Excuse me? Where is the Pharaohgeist? It seems they have forgotten the Pharaohgeist. Yeah, otherwise this is a pretty standard Zombie Fruit list. Minus the no Pharaohgeist. I guess they thought it just wasn't worth it. Okay. Ooh, another Blizz list. This one's on Corvuscull. I really fuck with Corvuscull heavy, dude. This card just is gonna be good one day. I just know it. Its stats are terrible. Yes, that is true. Its stats are awful, but its effect is so good. Putting whatever you want from your Underworld on top of your deck, it just has to be good one day. It just has to. But yeah, other than that, pretty standard list for the time. Playing the 1 Morolith. Yo, why are we on Rock and Hard Place? Where did that come from? Anyway, moving on. 21st, we got Novacore, Glimbat, Guardian. This is not a standard solar list, but they did really well. 3 Champ Psynectar in a solar list. I guess this person was just on destroy my opponent's Elestrals Turbo with the 3 Novacore, 2 Glimbat, 2 Temple, the 2 Solar Burst, the 3 Lumaroos, the Psynectar for the Poison Tipped Arrows. Yeah, this is just destroy my opponent's Elestrals Turbo. The only thing they're missing is... No, they are playing Resting. They are. Alright, 20th, another solar list. This one a lot more standard, playing the Celestia stuff. This is like... Yeah, this is a pretty standard list that we saw back in like the 50s. 50th placements, I should say. But this person actually like did well. They must have hit their foretells harder, I guess. Another 3 solar lists in a row. Wow. Okay. This one on Royal Lottle, the one of. Cut it, please. Also Tornadin. Yeah, this is like the standard solar list that people brought to this list. People brought another solar list. This one on First Light, actually. 4 in a row solar lists. From 22nd to 18th is just solar. This one on 3 Solar Burst, 2 Champion Soul Bell. Not sure how I feel about this. I think I'm gonna say it's bad. But they got 18th, so it couldn't have been that bad. My problem with Champ Soul Bell in this list is what are you ascending into? You're not really playing enough 2-drops and only 1 Liar and no Argos. So the Champ Soul Bell is... You're either playing Champ Soul Bell because you want a Liar attacker or you want Ascension fodder. And oh, they're on 3 Leo Bright. Actually, never mind. They do want Ascension fodder. Never mind. I was wrong. Never mind. Never mind. Argument canceled. Yeah, if they're on 3 Leo Bright, I see it. I see it. Especially with the 3 first light. Okay, I see the vision now. All right, so we're finally getting into the 5-2s. 17th place. Rest in peace. You will not be remembered except in the top 32 lists. Solar's Soul Bell saw the problem. Solar's problem. If I can't stick a guy, I lose. Yeah, but like, all right, let's go back. So like, realistically, which one of these guys that isn't a 2-drop are you sticking? Do you want to stick? Wait, what is this? Oh, this is... No. Okay. So, let's go. 3. Corvashine, it's going to stick. You want its effect for the Foretels, but it doesn't do any... It doesn't cause any pressure. So it doesn't really... You can stick it, but it's not going to do that well. Exaltus, if it's on the field, it's either your turn... I guess. Yeah. I mean, I guess you just kind of don't really care if they stick around for, like, ever, but you do want them to stick around for, like, a turn to ascend into. I guess that makes sense. Okay, I can see it now. I see it now. Okay. Alright, 17th. A lunar list got 17th. Yeah, okay, I see it now. I guess my my thought was you just like go into the Leobrite, First Light Celestio, and then just Nebulio effect. But I guess if you get gazed on that, you kind of... Well, I mean, you already have the Leobrite on field. You can just ascend over it next turn, but I guess that also predicates that your Leobrite survives. Alright, Fawnlet. 2 Fawnlet. 2 Fawnlet, 1 Artemis. Interesting. 3 Spectrus. 2 Theraheart. Theraheart control. Okay. Mooses in the side. Okay, so this person was on Theraheart control. But for what counter runes? Exactly Rise? Is there anything else? Oh no, there's the Dense Fogs. There's the 3 Dense Fogs. Oh, they're on some Dionysus stuff too. I guess they're on the Cyprongs as like a destruction engine. I see the vision. This one's pretty low to the ground. And if they need to, they can put Moose in for like big matchups with like Celestia. Okay, I see the vision. Alright. This lunar list is yours? Moose was for Lunar Mirror. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, okay, I see it. Yeah, I see the vision. Okay. 16th place. 5-2, we got Tornadian Celestia. This one, pretty standard, minus the Solar Charged. As a one of, I don't know if I like this. Yeah, I don't know if I like the one of Solar Charged in this list. I mean, yeah, if you stick a guy and you have Celestia on hand, I guess you're playing 3 of it, so you do want to, but this is also a one of, so you're never seeing it. You'd be much better off cutting this, playing another Nova Core, and then ascending over that with your Celestia. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to say about that. And then, otherwise, this list is pretty good. 3 champ Soul Bell. You very feasibly can find that off of your Apollos. Cryoblast on the side. I guess Cryoblast is a lot more on the side than I thought it was. I guess people feared Royal Lottle a lot, because that's the main thing this deals with. 15th, we got our Thunder list. This one, 3 Amp Up, 1 Champ Up, 1 OG Lycavolt. And the Bronticlo stuff. Yeah, I see it. Oh, this is you? This is you, Hitherloo? Yeah, this one, yeah, I see this one. I see the vision. The 2 Zeus on the side, the 1. Did you ever side in the Sparkets? And if you did you ever find them? Yeah, we lost the first 2 rounds and then swept. Yeah, I like this list. The 1 Olympus. Let's see. This is just kind of a well-built, focused list, and that's what I like about it a lot. I think the only questionable thing in here, you did actually, I was doing kind of a smoke screening where I'd take out the T-Storm stuff for Sparket, Zeus, Bat, etc. Into full-on Nexus. Okay. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, Sparket Nexus onto Boombat is pretty good. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about this list is Jolton. I guess if you really, really need to find a field spell or a stadium rune, it works, but I don't know if you need it that badly. But you got 15th place, so I'm not one to... I can't really judge you too hard for that. Here we have 14th place. Is admittedly questionable. The idea was just to be able to play backup 5s, but 5s is mid. Yeah. 5s is unfortunately mid. Okay, so here we have Lakagon. We're playing... Wait. Okay, oh, okay. The Lakagons weren't next to each other. I was like, wait, why is Lakagon not next to Lakagon? We got the 3 Champ Tagua, the 3 Foamy, 3 Lock, 2 Lock. I think that's still kind of right. 3-3 is probably right. 3 Tadpuff, 3 Peliquarius. Yeah, this guy's just playing everything right except for the fish. I think fish are just cut. I don't know what they put in place of it now, but I think fish are like universally like, yeah, this card's bad. Yeah, this side deck is this side deck fucks. This side deck kinda fucks, not gonna lie. Minus the Chariot Ride, boo, bad card, boo. But you gotta play what you gotta do to win, so understandable. Alright. 13th. We got Morfrost. Pure Morfrost, pretty much. Oh wait, Morfrost Waylance. Ooh, this is fun. I like this. This is fun. I like this deck. Wait, this deck has some sauce to it. Wait. We just like... we just Lycan, Chimera, Pitch Bat, Ascend, Waylance over whatever we resurrect. Wait, this deck kind of cooks. Then Frostrix, Rise, Chimera, Pitch Bat, Rise another Chimera, Ascend, Waylance. Wait, we're cooking. This deck kind of has the sauce. I guess that's why I got 13th. Okay. Next, we have another solar list. This one also very standard, minus the Calfmel's. Calfmel's been pretty on or off. Ooh, we got Lustragon on the side too, and 3 P-Gust in the side. 3 Solar Burst in the side? Why is this in the side? Alright. Otherwise, pretty standard Winjin list. Finally, someone knows to play 3 Nova Core. Gosh, was it really so hard? It's so good. It's just so good. Especially, I think you should be on 5 temples. 4 is kind of cutting it a little close, especially with 3 Nova Core, but it works. Especially, you'll find it eventually with Apollo and the 3 Corvus Shines. Yeah, you'll find it eventually. All right, 11th place. We got a Blizztrix list. Okay. I'm liking this. Yeah, this is just like very cohesive and like focused, which is what I like to see in deck lists. Morlith a little questionable, but people were like, this is just kind of a holdover from like old Blizz lists. People weren't brave enough to cut it yet, especially with Rise Legal. So yeah, this is pretty good. Side deck pretty standard too. Yeah, this is just a pretty standard list. That's why it's 5-2. Another Winjin Celestia list. This one only on 2 Nova Core. Boo! Play 3 Nova Core. Playing the Rise, the Temples, the Neblios. 9th. Pretty... Oh! All Pups. Oops, All Pups. Wait, no, it's not All Pups. We got Werepup. We got a small Werepup engine. This is the Dimax invention, isn't it? Putting the Werepup into Thunder with T-Storm and Brontoglow, and you just like make sure your opponent never has any runes. Yeah, this was Dimax exactly. Yeah, this makes sense. All right, 8th place. All right, this one is Y Rebellion. Yeah, I'm like 40%. I'm 40% sure this is Y Rebellion. Oops, wrong pub. Okay, I'm 40% sure this is Y Rebellion. Yeah, this is a, oh, 3 Nectar. You do not want to be playing Nectar in this deck. How you got 8th with 3 Nectar? I don't know how you did that. That's crazy. This deck is already expensive, and to play an expensive card for more card draw, for more expensive plays, that's crazy. But otherwise, this is a pretty decent Hermes list. Oh, Falcane? Falcane on the side? Nog good. Dooms, I agree with you. Nog is good. Nog is good. Not in Hermes. Not in Hermes. It is that deck is just too expensive for Nog to be any good. And were they playing? They did play Ambrosia. Okay. So like even with the healing from Aviolith and Ambrosia, I just like don't know if Nog is enough card draw to justify its spirit count. Cause like you're paying so much for all of your cards. Nog is free in Hermes since we have Aviolith. Not really. So the problem with Aviolith is like, yes, it can heal you, but like you don't normally you want to go for Aviolith attached to Hermes, not Aviolith heal. The reason being is like you can only attach 4 spirits to Hermes, and if you use 2 of them to attach to that too, you can also draw your bricks. But you get 2 activations of Hermes, and if you use one of them to heal, you have to use the other one to attach. Otherwise, your Hermes is gone unless you have another Hermes. And you want to be using Hermes every turn. So that's why I personally don't think Nog is a great card in this deck. This deck specifically. Seventh. Okay. Zombie Fruit makes its 7th place finish. I got 7th place? Wow. I guess I just was not paying attention. Then pay off Hermes for Nog. You can, but like that's one of your Hermes activations that you're using for Nog to draw into bricks. It's just kind of like not that great. Because like you want to use your Hermes as much as possible. Zombie Fruit, I'm pretty sure I've said everything I wanted to on this deck. Tech Taurus is just so funny. It's just so funny to me. I'm glad they got 7th place with Tech Taurus in their deck. Tech Taurus has a top. Yo, let's go. Tech Taurus has a top in 2025. Let's go. Alright, 6th place Solar List. Yeah, 3 Solar Burst, 3 Engine, 2 Nova Core. Come on, play the 3rd Nova Core. You cowards. Wait. Fifth and 6th are the same deck. Wait, actually, that might... Oh, I might have screwed up, then. I don't think 5th and 6th were supposed to be the same deck. Hold on. That might have been a bad copy-paste on my part. Let me check. Okay, yeah. 5th and 6th are not supposed to be the same deck. Alright, so 6th was supposed to be Super Insane's Lock, Pop, and Drop It. But it's a pretty standard Lockagon list. In fact, I think it might be... no, it's not a net deck. But it is playing 3 Champ Jotagua, which I think is the only notable thing about it. I'm looking at it on Illustrious DB. Oh, he's got Kerbis in the side. That's also notable. And also Monsoon in the side as well. But other than that, it's a pretty standard list with Dense Fog in it and Rise. Okay. So that was a bad copy-paste on my part. My bad. I had to do this for like 260-something decks. I'm sorry. Alright, 4th place. We have Frost on Cedar, Snellit, Blistrix, Iwooly. Okay. 3 Iwooly, 3 Catarant. Okay. Yeah, this is just kind of standard. I think that's the... I keep saying that they're standard lists, but I'm pretty sure, like, at this time, these lists were not standard, and like they came from somewhere, and I think it was this event, or well, no, it was probably more Kissimmee, but like it got refined over Kissimmee into this event. And the main reason we're not doing Kissimmee is because it was like 170 people, 170 something people, and I didn't want to do all those deck lists. I didn't want to put all those in the slideshow. Okay. Alright, and then we have 3rd place. Krakatuka Burn got 3rd? What? I do not remember this. I do not remember this getting 3rd. What the hell? love Shadow Storm. I remember this got top 8. I thought this was the next one that I got top 8. That's crazy. Yeah, the Sirocco. I wonder if the Sirocco ever came up. I want to know if the Sirocco ever came up. Let's see what else we got here. Got the Lava Lith, good card. One Necref, good card. I bet they wish they could be playing more of this, but they probably don't. Kinleo, they were probably playing more of this if they could. Little Carries, good card. Yeah, the one Hephaestus. Playing fish in this. Interesting. That's interesting. I hadn't thought of playing fish in Burn. That's interesting. I guess if your Aphro survives, you can just send Krakatuga over it. Then you're kind of left with a Magnaros on field, but who cares? You have a Krakatuga. Yes, this one's really cool. As much as I hate Burn as a concept, I love this. I love Burn in this game simply because the cards are so cool. Second place, Being on Solar. Yeah, the one first light that you'll find off of your Nebuleo somehow because you're Bean Soldier. The one Rise that you will find. The Nova Core that you will find because you're Bean. Yeah, the 3 Solar Bursts that will always be either in your hand or on the bottom of your deck so you don't foretell it accidentally. Yeah, this is just a good deck. But I got second to Julian with the Chariot Ride, the Nogs. Yeah, this is just a solid deck. Wait, is this the guy that set Temple in the Rune Row on stream? I have no idea. I did not know that happened, so I don't know who that was. This is the first time I'm hearing about this. No, that was the 25th. Ah, I see. That was on the 25th, okay. Alright, so yeah. So this is Julian's list. Curibus on the side. I don't know why people are playing Curibus on the side. Maybe because it's a 9 and it gets over something? I don't know. I was judging that have been fun times. Oh yeah, I just took my judge exam yesterday. Actually, no, not yesterday. I took it on Wednesday. I almost passed. Kind of. I got put on probation. So I am almost a judge. I went over the results with Skyhawk. He had looked at them with SDF beforehand, and he's like, "Yeah, this guy didn't write anything for his answers. I think we're just gonna fail him." Skyhawk, being the nice guy that he is like, "No, let's talk to him. Let's see if he actually knows what he's talking about." And then I talked with him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, okay. So you know what you're talking about. You just didn't write it out in the answer." And I'm like, "Oh, was I supposed to write more? That's my bad." Yeah, there is some evil shit on that exam. There is some evil shit in that exam. I will say there was one question that I was thinking about for the whole day after I took it. I'm like, what the hell is the right answer for this? And I got it right by a stroke of luck. Somehow my reasoning was almost correct, but not actually correct. And so I got that right. And then there was one of the rules questions that I got just like absolutely abysmally wrong. I was just like, yeah, like no, you do not understand this concept, but now you do. So hopefully now you don't make those mistakes again. All right. Anyway, that's it for the 11th. So yeah, this event kind of solidified the top 3 decks, I would say, as people kind of knew that Water, Frost, Solar were like gonna be the best decks. And yeah, people really knew that Frost, Solar were gonna be the best decks. They just didn't know which one was the best. And then Water kind of came ahead after this tournament. People were like, okay, yeah, Lockagon is the problem. It is oppressive. It's just too good. In my exam, I got one of the rules questions wrong. And then like 2 hours later, I was chatting with Nick and he said something in passing that made me realize it. Yeah. Yeah. That just kind of happens. Okay. So yeah, so the top 3 decks were kind of solidified after this event. And then everything else was just kind of like fiending for 4th and 5th place. Especially Thunder. Thunder was like... People really thought Thunder was going to be good. Thunder and Earth. Thunder and Earth were like... People were like, there has to be something here. Like these cards are too good not to have something like good for them. But they're just kind of... The problem with Thunder specifically is that it doesn't have enough good cards. Like, it has the Fun Glow stuff, but that's it. Like, you play that engine of Fun Glow plus Thunderstorm, but what else do you play in Thunder? Because, like, there's nothing in Thunder that's as good as the rest of Water. Because, like, all of Water gets you to the Lockagon combo. Like, Peliquarius searches the Tadpuff or the Foamy. The Foamy searches the Aphrodite or the Lockagon. The Aphrodite will get you literally anything you need to follow up next turn. It's just so cohesive. Like, everything searches everything, and whatever you're not searching, you're literally drawing it for next turn. It feels like the game is so traumatized by Spark at Nexus and Ash Rabbit that they haven't been printing good Thunder cards for a few sets. And now the deck's just behind. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you have Champ Titanostrike, which is a decent body, but, like, that's it. Like, that's all it is. It's a good search on a decent body. And literally nothing does anything else. Like, Fulgaris, bad card. Bad card, bad card, bad card. Like, that card is so bad. Yeah, Thunder just, like, doesn't have good Illustrals that it wants to play. Unfortunately. Like, you wanna be playing 17 Fun Glows and 3 Bronta Glows? Or actually, no. You want to be playing 14 Fun Glows, 3 Titanostrikes, 3 Bronta Glows, and another 20 Thunderstorms. And that's what you want your deck to be, but you can't play that. For obvious reasons. But, and that's why Thunder suffers. Anyway. Do I go to the next event? It's already 11. It's not quite 11. Fuck it. We ball. Next event. All right. So the 25th had 85 entrants, and we're gonna go through each and every one of them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Become a subscriber. And also tell every one of your illustrious friends about the stream, because I would like to have more people in my stream. I'll probably get like halfway through this and then finish this event tomorrow morning when I have some time. So 85th. We'll try to get to 40. We'll try to get to 55th place. Okay. So, let's see what we got here. We got an A-list deck. Let's go. Went 0-3, unfortunately, but let's see what they were cooking. This is a base set deck. What in the world? There isn't a card in this list that's been printed past Moonrise. Actually, wait, no, there's Galaxy Champ in here. That was in Firestorm. Mistral was also in Firestorm. Oh wait, no, there is a Lifestream card in here. There's Guardian of Light. But yeah, this deck is just way too slow. I guess you Galaxy Champ. You A-list for Galaxy Champ, ascend into Circune into Stratamoth. But Stratamoth really doesn't do anything, as far as I remember. And you're playing 3 Nimbug, which is a 1/1 that doesn't really do anything. You're also playing Caduceus of Hermes. I think it's that's the one that's like, if you destroy something, if it's destroyed while equipped, you can special cast a 1 spirit. Okay. OG Chrysor needs to be explored. It's a direct attacker for 2 with 8 attack, and it does something else. Here, let me see. What does this do? And it heals 2 when it does damage. This card has to do something. Like, like, it just has to be something. Like, it's unsearchable, yeah, but it's good. it attacks directly for 2 and heals 2. Like, there's got to be something you could do with it. Yeah, this would fit a lot better in a Hermes package than rather than ALS one. Draco Doodle on the side, yeah. I'm gonna guess there's a reason this got 85th place. This is a net deck. Yeah, this is a net decker. Yeah. 07 for our fallen net decker. Thank you for playing all 7 rounds. We appreciate it. I think this is another net decker. Did I? Oh, wait, no. 87. Ooh. 84th. 85. 84th. 83rd. Let me check and see if I got those 2 mixed up. might have. Whenever it's the same exact screenshot, I'm like, there's no way. I definitely messed this up. Alright, so 84th. Okay, so. Oh, 83rd was actually Doom's. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is like a fruit deck with Wasp Ivy. Yeah, let me. Okay. Alright, so this is 83rd, this is Doom's. Doing pretty good. Well, actually, no, went 0 and 2. This is not doing pretty good. But I like this deck. I don't know if I've said this or not yet, but I'm not the biggest fan of Drataya. Simply because it just kind of sits there, and if it doesn't do anything, it really just kind of dies to anything. But I like Psynectar and the Psynectar Champ. They have good synergy together if you can find them. Poison Nectar. Okay. I see the vision. I guess it just didn't take off. Okay. Next. We got another Findust Habufin Hermes list that did not take off. Unfortunate. P-Gust, let's go! P-Gust on the side. Ambrosia Cornucopia also on the side. Yeah. 04. Just kind of like, yeah. Just unfortunate. I'm sure this person tried, but this is a very difficult deck to pilot. And if you don't have the experience to pilot it, you're gonna go 4 in a premiere with it, unfortunately. Wait, what just happened? 81st, okay. Okay, 81st. We got a Celestial list. This one looks like someone net decked. Yeah, this is a net deck of Josh. This is a Josh net deck. 80th. Okay, this is original, kind of. This is with some changes. So this has Cryolings in a pure Morphrost package. This one's pretty neat. I like this one. I need to play an actual Morphrost deck. Yo, Cryoscorch in the side, let's go! Yo, Cryoscorch actually, not won, but it got like 2 top 8 finishes at the last one. That's really sick. I'm so glad Cryoscorch is doing well. It's such a sick card. It's such a cool history, too. Alright, 79th. This looks like a starter deck. This has to be a modified starter deck, right? Yeah, this is a modified starter deck. The only thing that gives me pause is the Equilinks. They would have to define this somewhere. This might be like a Shattered Stars Equilinks in the actual deck. I don't know. But yeah, this because the rabbit is what's bringing me to a modified starter deck. It might be. Thunder, Ricera. Whoa, what is this person cooking? Hold up, hold up. What are you cooking? Okay. Thunderstorm Imperial with 3 Riceros. And Helios' Slumber, what the fuck? And Volt Tempest? This guy's cooking too hard. No, I'm not gonna be at the Rumios Rumble tomorrow. When is that, by the way? I know it's probably, like, not great my time. I think it starts in, like, what, 3 hours? Tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern. Nah. I got stuff to do tomorrow. Plus, I'm not gonna win. Also, I'm gonna let the other times, other continents have their thing. You know. I'm gonna step away because I'd just be too good. I'd carry the whole thing, just like take it on my back, and I don't want to do that to them. I want to let them shine. Yeah, I'm just humble like that. Real and true. All right, 78th. We unfortunately net decked the. This is not a net deck. Actually, this might. I wonder if this is the same person that played Imperial at the last one. Because this guy is cooking. The Griffuse and the Volt Tempest in the side with the Zeus and the OG Bronzeglow in the side. The Riceros in the main. This is a cook. This is a divine creation. And the Helios' Slumbers. This is after the band too, so this is it can't be the chariot ride. It's supposed to be Slumber. That's crazy. The one Earth for the one Madness. And the one Astrabit. Oh my gosh. What is this deck? The more I look at it, the more I'm like, what is this? Oh my gosh. Whoever this is, you cooked. Not well, but you cooked. Alright. We got Winjin Celestio. This is a Josh Net deck, I'm pretty sure. No, it's not. Oh, there's Chains of Prometheus in the main. This person did go 0-2. It's really unfortunate when you go through decks like this, and you just see like, oh, they're playing the cool card that I thought was really good and like actually has application, and then you see the record, it's like 0-2 drop, and I'm like, oh, that's yeah, that makes sense. And then you get to the people that actually won, and they have like no cards that you're like, whoa, what? They're on this? That's insane. And like you don't see any of that. It's like, yeah, they're not on that because those cards are bad. They lose. But yeah, this is probably a net deck someone probably just popped Chains into. It was like, I bet I could play this. This is a fruit deck. This was still the most popular deck, even though it like didn't really convert well. One Poison Nectar, one Rummagem. I guess. You got the Werepups too. That's not a bad idea. Why are you playing Poison Tunic if you're not playing the Wasp IP? That just doesn't make sense to me. Alright, we got Thunderfish with a side of this. This is a Dimax list if I've ever seen one. Yeah, this is a Dimax list. No, wait, this is not a Dimax list. This is a Dimax list that someone got a hold of and was like, I can deck builds way better than Dimax can. And then they did this and went 1-2. Alright, Celestio. 3 Leo Bright. Interesting. I did not see this coming. Not a full side deck. Interesting. 5 card side deck. This might be cards I own. No, this can't be cards I own. There's Lifestream cards in here and Daybreak cards. Yeah, there's like 5 rares. Yeah, this is definitely not cards I own. Yeah, this is a modified net deck, probably more than likely. Wait, they're on 3, 6, 9, kind of. They're only on 9 counteroos? That's crazy. They're really only on 6. Maybe 7. That's crazy. Champta meter deck. This is the first one I've seen so far. Wait a second. This isn't a Champta meter deck. Why are we playing Gira and Gigaflora? Golden Apple? I don't get this. I gotta... Okay, what is this list? The Centaur... 3 Centaur in the side. And 3 Satember. Why the 3 Centaur in the side? Wasp Ivy in the main. Cynectors. We got Pups too. The Thunder Pups. Okay. My prediction for Thunder Pups is that like people are gonna run it as an engine. Because it's fairly spirit efficient, and when you draw one of the cards, it gets you the rest of the combo. So like, I think if like people are running a deck and they're like, man, I just like have this deck, but it's like 5 cards short of a deck, you can just throw in like a Volt, and then bam, 5 spirits, you got an engine that like drops a 12 that rips a card. I think people are going to be running this as a as like a real engine in a deck eventually. I'm just so confused on what the Gira and Gigaflora do in this deck. I just don't understand it. Because the pitch Gigaflora, search Giraflora, cast the Giraflora, get the Gigaflora back for Golden Apple, and you have a 5 on board that you're not ascending because you don't play Ascensions in the main? Besides the Wasp Ivy, but you're only playing that off of the Cynector? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Alright, Blizztrix, this one looks like a net deck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's a net deck. Yeah, this one's a net deck. Alright, this... Romantis, this looks like a net deck, but from like... so. This looks like someone net decked 53rd place from last premiere. Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. That's probably why it went 1-3. Ambrosia Cornico. Oh, they're playing it for the Lotagon. This Rise from the Depths Aphrodite. Interesting. Oh, I see what they're going for here. So what you can do is you can, if you have Atlantis on field, you can foamy, discard, search Lockagon, and then rise, cast the foamy, search Aphrodite, search another foamy, search another Lockagon, and then you go Lockagon ascend. Wait. This kind of cooks. Hold up. This kind of cooks. This cooks. Cuz you get both effects of foamy's not a normal cast, is it? When you cast this foamy, you can. Okay, yeah, no. So it is just on cast. It's not on normal cast. Wait, this kind of cooks. This definitely cooks. I'm not gonna lie, this cooks. Whoever came up with this, I see the vision. I see the vision. It's awesome. I love this vision. And then you have the Ephros to draw one off of your Atlantis if you want to. Okay, this person cooked. This deck list is a cook. They unfortunately could not convert with it though. But this deck list cooks. I'm confident that like this deck list cooks. Wow, foamy, search Lockagon, rise it back, search Aphrodite, search another foamy, search another Lockagon, ascend. That's crazy. That's such a cool combo. 69 9th place. Nice place. Pretty standard Thunder list. Minus the one Funglow. We are running 3 of each Thunderstorm and Titano Strike. So we're running 9 Thunderstorms. And the fish. I don't know how I feel about that. They went 1-2, so they probably got something off at some point. They probably got a Likeable, their Brontoglow, and 68th went 1 and 2. Zombie Fruitless, someone net decked. Okay, what am I not getting about this Golden Apple of Discord Gigaflora? Interaction. Like, what does Golden Apple do? Golden Apple Discord. Discard a card from your hand, discard a random card from your opponent's hand, and this in the top 2 cards of the deck to the Underworld. Yeah, that just doesn't do anything. So, like, you're getting a free card to discard and a 5 defender out of it, but like that's a 2-card combo for like no benefit. And we're playing Sippy Cup. Yeah, I don't like this deck. I don't know who came up with this, but it just like I don't get it. Blizztrix list. Is this a net deck? This might be a net deck. Yeah, I think this is a net deck. Celestial list. This is also probably a net deck. Yeah, I think this is a net deck minus the first lights. That might be. There's some stuff on the side too. But I think the main deck is mostly a net deck. Alright, we got Demeter. I sure would love Demeter, if you know what I mean. Am I right, fellas? Alright, yeah, this is a fruit list. But they're also playing Demeter as a divine for whatever reason, I guess. 3 Ash Rabbit. Alright, alright. You missed. You're behind, my friend. You gotta cut that one. 63rd. This is a net deck. Yeah, this is a net deck. Oh, a Cent Harbor list. It got 2 wins. Good for them. Yeah, this is like pretty. This is actually kind of similar to the starter deck, not gonna lie. This might be a modified starter deck. Yeah, this might be a modified starter deck. Although the side deck makes me conclude that it might not be, because there are some cards in here that you would have to get from a different set. Maybe? Maybe. I don't know. Alright, I think after this one I'm going to call it a night. It's past 11. Yeah, I'm just not even going to do this one. I'm going to call it tonight. Alright, thanks everyone for coming out. I'm going to do the rest of these probably tomorrow morning. Probably sometime around like 9 a.m. Eastern time. I'll come back. So if you could, on a Saturday morning, join me for going through the rest of these deck lists. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream so you don't miss it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye! Don't forget to like and subscribe.